Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Scarfinger, and this is Scargasm Live.
Welcome.
Welcome all. I am talking on my brand new microphone, and I don't know how it's gonna sound to you guys, but it sounds pretty fucking great to me. So here's the thing. I am also sick. So there's going to be some times where there might be some awkward pauses when I try to mute my microphone if I'm going to cough. So that might happen. So, but yeah, Chase is in the building.
Wop.
What was that?
I don't know, but it happened.
I mean, like, it was kind of like a dubstep with a little bit of Fozzie Bear in it. Like, I don't know exactly what that was. It was like, how do you dubstep Fozzie? I don't know how to. I don't know how to take this.
Okay.
All right. So, Waka Waka over here. So we're just gonna talk a little bit. This should be a pretty short show because I haven't done a whole lot this week because I've been pretty busy. My job alone officially started. I think I said it on Facetious. I don't remember if I said it. I can't remember if I said it on Facetious, but I got the call on Sunday that the new place was officially opening, so that the manager who was here, he got to go over there and do his thing on Monday. So I've been working by myself this week. It's been pretty interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where it's like, you know, all of the lying and backstabbing and all of the stuff that the people have done, it kind of goes out the window when you don't have anybody to like throw stuff back off of. Like when both of us were here and we weren't in the office at the same time, you can say anything. But when the other person is completely at a different site, you can't really lie very well.
Right.
So you can't say that this person said to do this, and yeah, that person's not here, so is what I say.
Yeah.
I did, however, get a lecture about one of my known liars. And apparently he has a direct line to the district manager lady. And I didn't know. I know some people do. Some people do know her. But apparently, when I had my auction processing started this week, actually it was yesterday, and I heard a little bit from my district manager, which I wasn't quite happy with because I'm just like, it was a situation where, it was a situation where she was just telling me, don't mess up the money. But everything that she said was basically, this person came and ran to me like a straight up bitch. And now I'm trying to protect our interests here. Which is like, why you gotta go out like a bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't really say the whole situation, but just basically this guy tried to bounce something off of me and the other manager. And when he came to me, I gave him the answer that he didn't want to hear. And then when he came back in, he tried to lie to the other manager and said that I said that he could do this, that, and the third. And that wasn't the case. So when he ended up getting a little bit of his way with the other manager, that's when he went back and started like, I'm telling, and he went and told the fucking district manager. Fucking jerk. Like, what kind of bitch? You a grown ass man. You're a grown ass man, and if you got beef with me, come talk to me and tell me why you got beef, and maybe we can settle this shit, or maybe we can't. But if it's beef, then come see me. Like, and that's just how I feel about it. And ever since he tried to lie on me that day, every time I go past him, because he's here every fucking day, he won't. That dude will not look me in the eye at all because he knows he's a bitch.
Well. Well, I mean, haven't you seen in, like, your experience as being an adult that there are a lot of adults that act like kids that that are like way older than us, some of them, and it's like it's really weird. But to think like I'd rather be working with middle schoolers right now, because at least if they acted like middle schoolers, I'd be like, they're just a middle schooler. But these are like, people in their 40s and 50s, man. It's like, really?
Right. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
You would think that the high school stuff would end at high school, but it don't. There's just more cursing.
Yeah, I tell young people all the time, especially like young people that work with me, that you'll learn really fast that high school never truly ends. Like I hate the fact that I'm like the old guy now. I mean, I don't feel like I'm old, but like when I work with these people in, like the guy who replaced me at the place where I was, he was 21. The lady who's an assistant at the new place, she's like 24. And I'm the old guy. Holy shit, I'm the old guy. And then here's another thing, because I'm pretty sure everyone knows I watch a lot of marching band videos. I watch a lot of marching band videos, and I was watching a band room video where it was like during a practice or something like that. They'll record themselves so they can play it back and see how well it sounds. But I'm looking around at these people, and they're not wearing a uniform, so they don't have their hats and stuff on. And all of a sudden, I just got this feeling like, holy shit, I'm old, because these are college students and they look like children to me. Like, oh my God, I'm old. Like, I had that realization like this, like in the past week, like, holy shit, I'm old, because all of these like college age people, they look like children to me now.
Right. There's something weird about that too, where you're like, you remember yourself as like a 16 or 17 year old being like into 16 or 17 year olds, but then you see the 16 or 17 year olds now, you're like, those are kids. Like, right. But in your mind from back in the day, you didn't seem like you looked like kids. But then I went back to yearbooks and stuff. Even like it was like we would still get little yearbooks and stuff when we were in elementary school and stuff. But
and mine didn't start till middle school.
Right. Well, the ones in elementary school were really, they were like stapled.
Yeah, they were like flip books.
Right. So this wasn't recently, but it was at some point. I was like, it was one I got when I was in second grade. But I looked at the fifth graders. I was like, man, they still look freaking old. Like they look. I don't know if it's just mentally or whatnot, or it's like, or if people are just looking younger nowadays. But I was like, they still do not look like fifth graders to me. If I see a fifth grader now, these like freaking grunge kids do not look like. I don't know if it's just the style of how they're dressing or what made them look older.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird though.
It's just really odd, especially when it hits you when it hits you that like these people look like kids now. Like I'm like, oh my God, it's me. I'm old. So yeah. That hit me.
And it's weird when you see like some of these famous people. That guy that he's like a comedian. Sorry, I'm burping a little bit. But there was a what is his name? I can't. He's the guy that just got he was just in the news for saying something racist like 10 years ago. I can't remember. He was on Arrested Development. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter right now. I'll think of it after the show probably. But like his wife is like 32 and he's like in his 50s. And I'm like, what? That's so, I mean, I know it's legal, but I'm like, an 18-year-old can go to freaking jail for like getting with a 15-year-old, and you're with like someone like 20 years younger. You
mean David Cross?
Yeah, David Cross.
Okay.
His wife is Amber Tamberlin or whatever. She's pretty young.
Okay.
But anyway, I just think that's weird.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, anything happening in your week?
Other than just regular work stuff, like the IRL is pretty, boring. I mean, it's like, and a lot of stuff with my job is not really able to talk about.
Well, I probably shouldn't have talked about what I talked about from my job, so I think you're safe.
Well, I think
I know you can't because of regulations and shit. Because I think you said that before, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so my girlfriend was sick and she needed some teeth removed. That's fun. But her sickness is probably the reason why I'm sick, because after she had those teeth removed, I brought her here because, of course, I work at the same place where I live. So, so I can keep an eye on her. And she got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I think she got me sick. And she will have
bronchitis.
Bronchitis generally is not contagious. But
right, that's what I was about to say.
We looked it up because we had this conversation before we were actually around each other. Bronchitis generally is not communicable. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to say that word. But if the bronchitis comes from having a cold or the flu, it can be because it's through the cold or flu symptoms that you can actually catch what they have.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That it's not that you're catching bronchitis; you're catching the thing that gave them bronchitis.
Correct. So I told her that I am going to drive to her house and steal all of her antibiotics. All the ones she got left, they gone. Because I get out of work early on Fridays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to her house while she's still at work, because she's at work till 6. I probably will be out of work at 2 to 3, and I'm going to go to her house and I'm going to steal all her antibiotics while she's at work.
You mean any biotics?
Whatever you want to call it.
No, I don't call it that, but it's kind of a dad's getting grounded deep cut there.
You mean the show that's not there no more?
Yeah, I gotta keep.
Speaking of shows that aren't there no more, like we talked about, did we talk about it on the show that the 40 cast was ending? I know we talked about it, but did we talk about it on the show?
We talked about that they were having a 350, and they kind of, hyped up 350, but nobody really knew why they were hyping up 350 other than it was an even number. And, they were hyping it up because that was going to be their last episode. So that was a little bit of a shocker, but it's not. It's kind of a bittersweet thing because it's not that they're going away. They're just kind of changing form because Matt basically doesn't want to do the editing part. I'm sure that he's been doing it for a while. I mean, freaking 40cast has been a podcast for a lot longer than I've been listening to podcasts.
Because I think Matt took over when Vic left.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt has pretty much been keeping it going since. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I think Matt took over when Vic left, and then he kind of kept it rolling from there.
Yeah, because they had a good thing going, and they had they were 40cast, Gamers in Beta, and all those guys are probably the most listened to podcast out of our little group of friends. I would think. Right. I don't know. I think Flux to Posed is pretty popular, but I'm not sure about their numbers. But
I've never heard of that before ever.
Oh, okay.
So I can't confirm nor deny their popularity because I've never heard that name before.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Matt, Mike from Gamers in Beta, Glovebox from 40cast, and Jeremy from Dad's Getting Grounded are in a new podcast called Bad Fodder Figures, which started out as kind of a streaming site for them to stream PUBG. Mm-hmm. But now I guess they turned it into a podcast. And I think Mike likes to do the hosting and editing and all that stuff. It's just, there was a lot of technical stuff going on. And, the other podcasters were getting a little burned out, and they're not. And because when you're doing a gaming podcast, and I mean, people, get other interesting sometimes. I mean, I've been to where I haven't played a game in a few months, you know what I mean, at some point. But when it gets to the point where you're on a gaming podcast, but you're not really playing any games, and you're just kind of bouncing off everybody else, it gets kind of hard. It's not like anything bad about them. It's just that, that's kind of why Gamers in Beta had to close its doors, is because a lot of the stuff like that and the technical issues and all that. So hopefully this new thing works out. And it's kind of cool that some of the podcasts got consolidated. So where instead of listening to 40cast and Gamers in Beta and Dad's Getting Grounded, you can just get all your Mike, Matt, and Jeremy that you would want in one podcast.
Pause. So yeah, and then I think someone said that that PGR is ending also. That their next episode will be their last. I don't know how true that is, but PGR is where my podcasting career really started.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of sad to see them go. Like it feels kind of weird because I have occasionally we will I will speak to those gentlemen on Twitter and such, but we haven't really kept in touch in quite a while. And to see the show leaving, it kind of sucks,
right?
Because when it gets to that time of year, which it is kind of that time of year, I think it was around this time of year where I guested on their show, and they didn't know me at all. And I say this quite often, but I had a conversation with JVB on Twitter, and he invited me on the show. And, that's when I'd met all of those people, and, through PGR and Tag and stuff like that. I met a whole lot of people through that. Being on that episode is how I met Blue. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know Blue or any of these people. Jaybird, I met Jaybird through a game night for Tag. So like all of these people that have become lifelong friends at this point, internet and occasionally in real life, like I met through that show and being a guest on that show.
Right.
So, and to see it possibly be going, like, I don't know, if it's going to return in a different form or whatever, but to see it go, it just kind of sucks.
Yeah. Because, podcasts are just like anything else. Like, it's almost like a band without instruments, because you have everyone, you record your shows and whatnot. So, and you all have to come together and it's not just sitting around and talking. You have to actually engage. Be something. I would hope that we're engaging, but even though that we are just sitting around and talking. But there's some people that are like, they'll be like, "Hey, I'm Awake and Heathen. This is the Boring Cast."
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be a boring cast. To be honest, I'm pretty boring this week because I haven't watched nor played very much this week.
Everyone loves to hear about Destiny.
Yeah, I can't really talk too much about Destiny because I only played a little bit. The only time I played Destiny only is when we played together for a little while. I haven't played much Destiny. I'm very, very close to buying my Xbox version. I should have done it already, but since I haven't played very much, I didn't go through the process of buying it. But yeah, that's gonna happen soon. And Pimp, who I game share with on Xbox, he bought a fucking fishing game. So, and I know nothing about fishing. I've never been fishing in my life. So I'm gonna put that fucking game on, and I'm gonna be like, okay, how the fuck do we do this?
You should stream that shit. Stream the fuck out of that shit.
I don't know if my internet is gonna hold up because my internet has been craptacular lately. And it cuts out and shit on me. It's been really bad. And then, like, of course, when it comes to downloading stuff, it takes me so long to download anything. Like, shit, even if I buy Destiny, even if I buy it today, I probably won't be able to play it until Saturday. With the way that this fucking internet has been going lately.
Yeah.
And that blows.
I do need to get on to the Destiny because I got a lot of my most of my milestones for the week done, but I do need to do the Crucible milestone, and I kind of like to do that with some buddies because having friends together with something that you don't really care to do that much makes it 10 times more fun.
Yeah, because even though when we played and we were getting our ass whooped, it was still kind of fun.
Yeah, and
I don't like the Crucible at all, and it worked out for me.
I can hold my own in the Crucible. It's just I don't really like it. It's kind of like math. I'm pretty good at math. It's just I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% understand what you mean. But yeah, have I played anything else? No, I've been watching a I've been watching someone play RimWorld. Again, I really want RimWorld, but I don't want to spend $30 on it. I wanted to go on sale, but I may have to. Like, okay, so also within the past week, I got my first manager paycheck.
Nice.
So I got my first manager paycheck, and that was dope. Like seeing, like, you know, the extra money has been like, fuck yeah, man. So that was nice. But I haven't gotten a bonus. I haven't gotten my bonus checks yet. So the bonus checks was really going to matter. So once I start getting those bonus checks, it's going to be on and popping for your boy. But because I got the manager check, that's why I was able to buy the new microphone and such.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking into some microphones because I was wanting to go a little cheaper, and I know the blue snowballs are, you know, the lower end of the blue, like the Yetis are more of the higher end. So I'd probably look into a blue, but I was, you know, other than podcasting and stuff, that's the first time I've ever even heard of that band or brand of microphone. Because you know, I would normally hear about things like Shure or Samsung or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
I think I already have like microphones picked out for when I actually get like a real like soundboard and such.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a Shure or a Samsung. I think the microphones that I have picked out is a Shure, but I think if I'm gonna do it, I will probably do something different. At the time when I priced all of this stuff and I put it into an Amazon wish list, I had an in-house podcast partner. So it's been a few years since I actually went through and picked out stuff that I wanted. So I picked out a pack that had multiple microphones.
Right.
Well, I don't really need multiple microphones anymore. So it's just one of those things. I don't fucking need it anymore. So
was it a pack of drum mics?
No, it's like three microphones.
Oh, okay.
It was a pack of 3 microphones.
I got these mics. They don't really sound good on my voice, but they had these little clips, and they're like so small. Like, what am I supposed to use this for? I'm like, dude, those are drum mics.
Shit. And I was looking into a capture card, and one of the capture cards I was looking into, it actually comes with a lavalier mic. That you plug into the actual thing so you can talk while you're recording, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, if we did like, you should totally bring that on like Facetious and like have your little mic on there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have it pinned. I'm gonna have it pinned to my collar and shit.
You gotta dress up too with your nice polo on, have it pinned up there.
No, if I do that shit, I'm gonna wear a button up, like I'm gonna look all presentable and shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear a shirt and a tie. I'm gonna have it clipped to my tie.
That'd be great.
That'd be funny. Have you played anything else other than Destiny?
No, I just did my Flashpoint and my which for people who don't play Destiny, that's every planet gets this what's called a Flashpoint, and whenever all the enemies on there are a little bit tougher. And then you just do the public events on that planet, and once your thing gets up to 100%, you get good gear. So I did that for the week, and I did the Clan XP, which is basically the same as the Flashpoint. It just takes longer. But and I did. Oh, and you
get Clan XP for every event you complete. Whether it's the Flashpoint, whether it's your raid or matches in the Crucible, like all of that stuff, you get Clan XP for.
Cool.
It builds to your part of the Clan XP of the week.
Right. Which is funny that they're still letting me do Clan XP because our clan is actually maxed out, like on this XP. Like we're level 6, and which is the highest level you can be.
Hell yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
but they reset it for seasons, right?
Yeah.
I think I heard something about that. You know what's bothering me lately?
Mm-hmm. I don't.
All of these YouTubers and shit keep doing these why I quit Destiny videos, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. Like, we had a conversation about this on the in private chat that I have with Blue and a whole bunch of other folks. Did you ever want to be a part of that? Because it's a lot of chatter, and sometimes during the day it can get a little rowdy.
Sure, man. Be in there.
Yeah, but so what happened is, someone posted a video from Stone Fox about why he quit Destiny. What the fuck was that? Somebody put a video of from Stone Fox of why he quit Destiny 2. And you know what? I think a lot of his reasoning is valid for someone hardcore. For someone casual with Destiny like me, I don't see a problem with none of this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
It pisses me off. You know why it pisses me off? It's because these hardcore players are like, man, fuck Destiny 2, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, they fixed everything that the majority of people in the world have complained about Destiny 1. They fixed it all, and now you guys are complaining because you're not, like, it's not filling your syringe of, like,
yeah. But here's my biggest issue with it is, like, people are doing this, and it's like, to me, it's apparently you fuckers will do anything for likes and views and clicks for your websites and shit, because this is all the same shit that you did for, and I'm not picking on Stone Fox. Let's just be clear. But I've seen these videos because I watch Destiny videos to get, like, clued into, like, what Xur's offering and all of this stuff, like all of this stuff that I never did before, because I'm very casual with Destiny. I don't even have a maxed out character. My characters are at 270 except for my hunter, which is I haven't gotten to 20 yet. So, like, all of my characters are pretty low level. Mm-hmm. So when these people are talking, and all of these videos keep popping up of, like, why they're quitting Destiny and all of this other stuff. My biggest issue is it's the same shit y'all said about Destiny 1. And Stone Fox and a couple of other people, so not just Stone Fox, but he was bringing up, like, his excitement for Anthem, like, hoping that Anthem is going to be the Destiny killer. And I'm like, bruh, we did all of this same shit with the Division. We did all of this shit with Destiny 1. We talked about there not being much in-game content. We talked about, like, there's another game that I hope we can push Destiny to be better and all of this other stuff. We did all of this same shit. All of these people are doing the exact same shit they did for Destiny 1. But then you say you put 1,000 hours in Destiny 1 when, like, so my thing is, if you are bowing out on Destiny right now, there's different ways you can do it. You can do it the kind of like the punk bitch way and say, oh, I'm quitting Destiny, blah, 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 whatever. Or you can say, Destiny 2, I have concerns. You know what I mean? Like, I have concerns.
Or you can do it like I do, man, or like how I did with Destiny 1. And before I go into that, what's the fucked up thing, man? The game came out last month. And I'm just now getting to the highest level. I'm 302. 305 is the highest rank. I was at like level 29, which was the highest, or the 30 was the highest you could be before. And I was at 29 forever. But now this is getting to the point to where I'm getting to the light level, and I've put like 70 something hours into the game. The first DLC hasn't even come out yet, dudes. Like, when you should be complaining would be like next January or something, to where it's going to be a big lull of, like, and actually, no, you don't even complain then. You know what you do? You do what I do when in Destiny 1. If it got to a lull, I just say, I think I'm going to go play whatever. I don't even know. I don't know. And then, yeah, anything. And then when there's an update or something, I come back to Destiny instead of doing
because
these.
It's what they all are going to do. And of course, I'm not picking on Stone Fox because he just said the same thing that a lot of people have said. But you bought the big edition, so that means when the expansions come out, you automatically get them, so you know you're going to go back.
And why does it have to be your only? Like, nobody said that about like Fallout or anything. You're like, oh man, I did everything I needed to do in Fallout. There's nothing left to do in the game. No, you were like, I did everything I needed to do in Fallout. Let's go play The Witcher, guys.
Exactly.
That's what you did.
Exactly. Like, Blue loves The Witcher, and he's like, okay, I've done what I can do in The Witcher. I'm waiting until Blood and Wine comes out. You know what I mean? Like, it's that type of thing. And it just bothers me that people go through the whole motions of this shit and are just kind of like, I don't know.
It's just like it's a freaking political thing. They're like, I solemnly swear to put down my destiny. I know. Right. I said.
It's just dumb as hell. And the fact that this is exactly what happened last time is what bothers me. What happened was they put out a game. You said the in-game content wasn't good enough, so you said, okay, I'm putting this down. They came out they updated the in-game content, and then you came back and you put 1,000 fucking hours in. Well, if that's what they did for the last game, what the fuck makes you think they're not going to do that for this game too? Like, they're gonna take everything under advisement, and when they do updates, they will update some of the stuff that you have concerns with. So, like, why the fuck put out a why I'm quitting Destiny video right fucking now? Because you know you'll be back. Because if history has anything to do with any of this shit, then you know you'll fucking be back to it. Right. And then to pin your hopes on a game that we know very fucking little about. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, they're talking about how you hope Anthem is really good and it's the Destiny killer and it'll push Bungie to make Destiny better. But we know dick squat about fucking Anthem at this point. Like, dick squat. We know nothing about Anthem. So, like,
Anthem has a dumbass name.
Yes, I do believe so. Especially right now with what's going on in the NFL and stuff. Very, very poor timing. To call it Anthem anything. Like really, you might as well call it the national anthem and let people get in a fucking uproar about it. Maybe it'll build you some press. Because, that one guy came out and was talking shit about EA. He was a former BioWare employee, and he was talking cash money about fucking EA. Oh, man, it's bad. His name is like Manveer Air or something like that. But, a lot of people know him because he is... a lot of people, there's been videos released because of his Twitter account. Apparently a lot of white people believe that he's racist against white people because I think I don't know exactly what he is, so I can't really say it. I think he might be Middle Eastern of some sort. Or his nationality.
I think I heard about that guy, but I don't really know much about it.
But yeah, he's talked a lot. He went on
no drama. I don't get in no drama.
Oh no, I love drama. Like I fucking love it. I love watching it. I don't like being in the middle of it. Except for when I'm at work and I'm bored and I talk shit about people who are still hating on the fucking Xbox. At this point, like, really, you are really wasting your time with this shit. Like,
Scar, fuck the Xbox.
if you really feel that way, you are completely wasting your fucking time at this point. Like, we're supposed to be past this. Like, these machines have been out for years, and at this point, it's okay for you to make your decision on which way you want to go. Just don't fucking bother me about my decision. And
you know what? I bought a Sunbeam toaster. And anybody that got a Sunbeam toaster, fuck them. Sunbeam makes the best motherfucking toasters.
Exactly. That's the problem with that's a big problem in gaming, and I called this a long time ago. If you listen to my audio booms, my biggest problem with everything in gaming is that everything has to be one thing or the other. Like, and my analogy is like, if I like 2K, that means I have to hate live. Or if I if I like Call of Duty, then I have to hate Battlefield, which I do. Actually, that's like true for me, but I know that's a personal thing with me and Battlefield. Like, I fucking hate Battlefield. Like, I really fucking hate Battlefield. But I understand, like, I dislike Battlefield because of Battlefield. I don't dislike Battlefield because I like Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. You know, like that type of thing. But it's all like, all of this stuff, like, you know, Halo versus Call of Duty, or Killzone versus Halo, and all of this stuff that you just pit them against each other, and it's
Halo hasn't been versus anybody in a long time.
Very much so. That's true. Because personally, I do not hold 4 and 5 in as high esteem as I hold the others.
If I get an Xbox again, me and you need to go through some Halo Master Chief Collection.
I still have it. I have the Master Chief Collection. I have Halo 5. And you know, I still have all of my Halo games because I was a Halo fan until 4. So and 5. But you know, I played through the games. I love them, but the Halo in general used to be my thing. I used to be a Halo guy, and I used to really hate, you know, when I was in all of this gaming stuff really deep. Like, I used to really hate on Call of Duty until they put out some good fucking games. Like, I didn't actually get on Call of Duty until Modern Warfare 2. Like, originally, I rented Modern Warfare like years after the fact, or like months to years after the fact. And I tried to play it, and it made me sick. So I was like, fuck Call of Duty. You know, like, I tried to play, like, for real, at that time, I tried to play Call of Duty 4. It was when I was still getting motion sick from games, and I literally threw up twice. Like, I could not handle Call of Duty. Bruh.
That's weird, because that game had, like, the best frame rate at the time.
Bruh, let me tell you, what happened was, okay, so the first mission of Call of Duty 4, you had to get into that tanker, right? Mm-hmm. Or you got to get into a ship. And then when you're leaving that ship, that motherfucker is rocking and is off kilter, and like, I just yacked. Like, I paused the game and I ralphed. Like, it was bad. Like, I just like really, really ralphed. And then so then I went to the store. I bought the wrist things and ginger gum. And after the helicopter crash, that shit made me Ralph again. And I was like, I'm done with Call of Duty.
I should call you Wreck-It Ralph.
But I've been back since, like, after I played a lot of more first person shooters that were a little bit faster, because I was used to Halo and Gears, which are relatively slow first person and third person shooters.
Relatively, Gears is slow as fuck.
Yeah, well, Halo was slow too until 4, because Halo, you move very slowly in that game until 4 when they added sprint and all that other stuff.
I love the first 3 games and Reach. So good.
I think Reach is the best. I still say Reach is the best.
Yeah, Reach was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
That is my opinion on Reach.
Yeah, but the only problem with Reach, and we got to move on because we got to shut this down early. My only problem with Reach is that they added the health back. You know, because you had the health in the first.
You weren't a monster. You weren't Master Chief anymore. So.
Right. And but you know, they did it with the precursor, which is ODST, which is a very underrated game.
Yeah, I love that game. That's one of my favorite Halo games of all time.
I have ODST for the Master Chief Collection.
You do?
Yes, because when I got the Master Chief Collection, they gave out codes for people who had bought the Master Chief Collection early or something like that, and Knox had an extra code, and he gave me his code. So I have ODST on the Master Chief Collection. Dude, get a fucking Xbox. Call up Big Boy. Shout out to Big Boy, who's been around for a long time. He's actually been on a few shows with me and my ex-podcast and life partner. I talked to him the night that we played. I backed out of the party and I pressed the button for his party by accident. And then we had a long conversation. We was talking about stuff, and he told me that there's a pawn shop near him where he bought his PlayStation for like $100, and they have Xbox Ones for like 90.
Betamax or S's?
I'm guessing the originals. Okay. But, I mean, the original was fucking fine. I don't really need an S. I was thinking about hollering at him so he can get one of them shits for me so I can give it to my daughter.
Cool. Yeah, if I got another one, I'll probably get an S again just because of the hard drive space mainly and the size of it.
Right.
I really like the S. I think, I don't even think they really need the X because the S is just, to me, is kind of a perfect console. I mean, it really was. I mean, it runs silent. It was just a great console. I had a terabyte hard drive in it. So
I have a 2 terabyte external that Blue gave me. Actually, Blue gave me that 2 terabyte drive for my Xbox. Shout out to Blue. When I was scrambling and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any space. He actually looked out for your boy. Shout out to Blue. It's my nigga.
He's cool. Blue is cool.
That's my dude. But shout out to Big Boy. Here's the worst part about having a conversation with Big Boy. Big Boy just kind of, we speak so sporadically that he didn't know I had to explain to him about Jaybird.
Huh.
Yeah, that was hard. Because, he was talking about the people that he missed doing podcasts with. And he was like, you know who I miss? Jaybird. And I was like, oh, shit. You don't know. And it was like, shit, I gotta be the one to tell you. And that shit fucking sucked. But, yeah, that happened. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got about 15 minutes left. Personally, I haven't watched anything other than YouTube videos, mostly RimWorld videos, because I've been watching this series of RimWorld videos, and someone is doing a Star Wars mod. But here's the thing: I'm still in the early stages, and they have the person has a lightsaber hilt, but don't have a crystal yet. I don't know how he gets a crystal, but it's taking too fucking long for me.
Crystals.
Yes. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So, but the only thing I've really watched, I think I watched the most recent episode of Supergirl, which I don't know why I keep watching that show, but I have. And yeah, I need to catch up on the rest of my, DC TV. I'm a week behind.
Oh, DC TV.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen to AfterBuzz shows, and they call it, ABDC TV. AfterBuzz, AfterBuzz DC TV. So yeah. Because they put it all in one feed now, which is kind of a pain in the ass because it's a lot of shows that I don't watch. Like, I'm not current on Gotham and stuff like that. So they put all of the shows into one feed. And, so I get, updates like, hey, there's a new podcast. Like, cool, but it's Gotham. Fuck. That's been happening to me. Because I watched Gotham the first 2 seasons. I watched that shit on Netflix, which the 3rd season is there, but I refuse to watch it until I have insomnia again.
Insomnia.
Right. So, go ahead and talk about your TV. I'm a mute because I got a cough.
Okay. I have been watching Puella, Magi, Madaka, Magica. And it's about these girls who get magical powers from a little rabbit cat thing. And they have to save people from these witches that come in the form of, to me it looks like psychedelic drugs, I guess. It's like a bunch of colors and cardboard cutouts of hands.
I'm laughing with you, but I'm laughing.
I don't know, but it's like, I get really excited. I got really excited when the boss fights or the witch fights would come on because I was like, how weird can it look? It reminds me of 90s Nickelodeon to where it would be I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but it's awesome.
Right.
And if you know anything about, because it's always been this kind of trope in anime, the whole magical, it's like Sailor Moon and shit, just boring tripe, basically.
I watched a video that was about Sailor Moon, And did you know that Sailor Moon was created as just a girl version of Super Sentai?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which is what the Power Rangers is based off of.
Yeah.
And apparently in the Japanese version, they said that Sailor Moon and was it Sailor Mercury maybe had a same sex relationship. But it's just kind of weird.
Yeah. But anyway, this show like takes that trope and turns it on its head, because being a magical girl isn't necessarily a good thing. But the girls think it's a good thing, but they're kind of it's kind of a spoiler, I guess. But it's like, I guess early on you kind of figure it out that you don't really want to be that. You know what I mean? What you should do is say, "Hey, baby, let's watch something girly, because you're a female. Let's watch this Japanese anime. It's about magical girls. I'm wanting to like show you my feminine side, for you, baby." And then you guys watch it, and she gets fucking scarred for life, because that show is fucked up, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like I watched it because it was on Netflix, and I heard it was pretty intelligent take on magical girl trope or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I watched it because you can download on Netflix, so I could like watch it on my phone when I'm not near Wi-Fi and stuff. Right. Because I've been watching stuff on Bird, and they don't have a download feature. Because I was going to watch that Psychopath show, which I did watch some of it, but I still don't really want to talk about it yet, because I haven't really watched too much.
Okay.
But
wrap it up. We're running low on time.
Low on time. That's my favorite time.
We got to be done at 9.
It's good, man. It's really good. It's dark. It's gritty. It's just, it makes you care about characters, and then it crushes that feeling.
Okay.
Hey, I want to tell you something, Scar.
Okay.
You're going to be proud of me, because I didn't fuck up at all. And I've been drinking a lot tonight.
Really? Well, you didn't fuck up because you didn't go to the bathroom during the show, did you?
No.
See? That's how you fucked up before. You went to the bathroom during the show and then didn't wash your hands, and it fucked everything up.
Yeah. But I've been good. I've talked. I've gave my 2 cents, and I have kept it before 9 o'clock.
Word up. So anything else that you need to add?
If you go in Destiny and you're waiting for a public event by the flag thingy, you should sit down.
Yeah, and shout out to the Titans that take a knee.
Mm-hmm. Shout out the Facetious to be the podcast that brings the heat. Please
no. Please no. Like, we talked about this, see, here's the thing. After the last show, we talked for another 45 fucking minutes. So, please no. I never want to talk about that again. And I tried to take it easy on 45 on the last show. Because 45 is always in the fucking news, and he's always fucking up.
Did you really think that the kind of stuff that you guys talked about wouldn't rub certain people and our brethren and our brotherhood of steel that we got going on in this podcast community?
Brotherhood of steel? Pause.
Brotherhood of rock hard steel.
Double pause.
There you go. Facetious. Yeah. It's good.
You know what? I didn't think. Okay, so in my podcasting career, I have said a lot of things that I thought would be controversial and be taken as controversial. But I have never really gotten a whole lot of feedback. People will just say fucking and stop listening. So what happened for those shows when we got two pretty lengthy emails, they were not, that was not normal for me. So that was the part that was different. I didn't expect that to happen, and I didn't expect it to turn something, I didn't expect it to turn to something more than we're just having a discussion here on a show. I didn't think that I would, feel the need to record an additional show to clarify. But then again, it was the right thing to do because, of course, in both cases, those emails were not read in their entirety, and that was the problem, and that's the reason why we did it. And it was the right thing to do in that instance. But it was just weird to get feedback on that level. Because I never really get a whole lot of feedback other than like Chase is fucking disgusting. Like that's really the only, it's really the only kind of feedback that I really get on shows.
I tried to get some feedback today. I was like, "You guys got some questions or comments?" Motherfucking crickets.
Yeah, it's okay. I enjoy it because I like getting in and talking about the stuff that I give a shit about. I did get some new juice from Broke Dick. Pause. I did get some new juice, and it is I think it's just strawberries and cream. I'm not sure if I like it yet, but it's still better than the caramel vanilla tobacco.
I think I would like strawberry vanilla because is it kind of like a strawberry milk, sort of like unicorn?
No, it's strawberries and cream. Like it has the cream. Pause. It's very like it has kind of a whipped cream taste.
I could get down with that. I love me some cream, boy.
I should. Come on, man. I should put some in a bottle and send it to you. I should order some, okay, so maybe I shouldn't say this either because this is a pause. But this is the name of the bottles. So it's kind of weird. Maybe I should order some chubby gorillas and then put them in those bottles and send them to you.
Maybe.
Like, I mean,
it was fun. Here's a funny thing. Like, I was at this, like, vape shop and whatnot, and they were having a little get-together going on because they would have, like, their little competitions and whatnot, but I didn't really give a shit about that. Even though I did one, and I actually won a competition, like a cloud competition. Really? I don't know how, because I didn't fucking care about that shit. But, yeah, I won a mod and all this and a bunch of juice and stuff. Awesome. But yeah, like, this dude was like, because there was the RDA that I use is called the Buddha. And he had one called the Little Boy. And he was like, I wouldn't like putting my mouth on a big Asian dude. I'd rather put my mouth on a little white boy. And I was like...
Yep, that's our mega pause moment. Yep. Mega pause. Mega fucking pause. So you drip?
Yeah, I drip.
Yeah, I can't drip because I can't really be like responsible for like having to keep going back and putting more fucking juice in this thing. I'm just gonna fill my fucking tank and go from there. When the tank gets low, I put more fucking stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a tank. It's just I just got so used to dripping that it's kind of hard to go to a tank. I guess I don't know. I mean, if I find a tank that I like,
I love my big baby beast now that I know how to get everything the way that I want it. But so it's just kind of a thing. But we got to wrap this up because it's right at 9:00 and I see everybody's online. So it's about to be a problem for your boy. So shout out to everybody that's listening. We appreciate y'all. Like I said many times, you could have been anywhere, but if you just took just a little bit of time and spend some time with us, we very much appreciate it. Shout out to Ron Blocker who couldn't meet us when I was with Pimp because he broke his foot, but he's going to be a father again, and he tagged me in the post again this week. Apparently I was at the MGM in the National Harbor, which I was right fucking there when I met Pimp. Like, really, I was right in front of the fucking MGM when I met Pimp. So, like, you couldn't come Saturday. But yeah, so shout out to everybody. So for the homie Chase, I'm Scarfinger. This is Scarcasm Live. We're out of here.
Shout out to Meef J. Fist bump.
Shout out to Meef J and his in the fellas for the corny horse jokes today on Twitter.
Oh yeah, you like some horses?
Pause. Peace out to the Warriors. We out of here.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. I'm telling you, Walt. I'm telling. All right, I ain't gonna talk.